So I can finally announce, after 10 weeks of working with two very special ladies, that Team Lisa came first and third in the TV series Kopskuif on viatv. And we are thrilled to come first and third. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about what we did, because so many people have been emailing us and inboxing us saying, we want to do whatever Sarah and Sinead did. So first of all, big congratulations to Sinead, who came first. You're amazing, and I'm very proud of you. And Sarah, who came third, I know that you weren't happy with just getting the pink tiara, but at the end of the day, you came third, girl, and you look amazing. You've got a new body and a new life to show for all your hard efforts. So what did we do with these lovely ladies? Because each one of us champions had our own strategy with our contestants, and ours was slightly different. So firstly, the girls came to see me, or the ladies came to see me, and we quickly did their DNA swabbing. So we took a little swab in their cheek, sent it off to the labs, and we're like, okay, what eating plan should you be on? What supplements should you be taking? What training should you be doing to make it very specific to you, both as individuals? Because I can't give you the same program. I have to make sure it's tailor-made to your strengths, your weaknesses, your intolerances, and make sure that we get it right from the get-go, so that we don't waste time and get things wrong and then halfway have to kind of reroute because we realize that's not working. So DNA testing was the first thing, but whilst we waited for the results, we went on to this amazing program that I've been doing with my clients for more than a decade, and it's called our Eliminate program. So we take 8 things, that's why it's Eliminate, 8 things out of your diet for 10 days, a strict 10 days. And you're gonna feel pretty rotten for the first few days, headaches, bit of nausea, fatigue, etc., as you almost come off a high from no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol, no dairy, no wheat. Okay, so we take all those stimulating foods out, and those foods that most people have 1 or 2 intolerances towards. And then you continue during that time, the ladies continued with my rebounding, my beginners program, because they were both brand new to exercising and rebounding. Sarah had a baby 5 months prior, and Sinead has MS. And so we had to treat both of their programs separately. They were both beginner, so beginners program was the root. And our beginners program is so amazing. It's super thorough. It takes you from 10 minutes in your first week to 60 minutes in your 8th week. So in 8 weeks, you go from 10 minutes to 60 minutes. So they both started on the rebounding whilst we were doing the Eliminate program. Then after 10 days, we had to reintroduce all these foods back in, because I wanted each lady to know how they felt when they tried wheat, when they drank or ate dairy products. What happens when they drink caffeine? What happens to their heart rate? How did they sleep that night? Sugar, etc. So all 8 products were brought in one at a time, which took another 24 days. The whole time that they're doing that, they're continuing their rebounding, progressing with me on the beginners program, and of course, taking multivitamins, super scoop, all those kinds of things. Then we got our DNA results back, and it actually happened that both of them were low carbohydrate. Sometimes you can come out low fat, Mediterranean, there's different sort of scenarios, but both ladies actually came out low carb. Then I had to work out an eating plan using macronutrients breakdown, using their low carb results and giving them a tailor-made eating plan for each one of them, taking into account their height, their weight, their age, their activity level, their goals, etc. Sinead continued with her beginners program. Sarah started doing 2 beginner programs in a day. She's really determined, and she got quite fit quite quickly. So we took her off the beginners program in about week 6, and we put her straight onto my FOMO classes. So they're my live classes that we shot, edited, popped onto a beautiful sort of on-demand program, and Sarah started doing my 1-hour classes at that point. And so that's kind of what we did with the ladies until we reached the last 2 weeks, and we started ramping it up, and I introduced some of our non-rebounding program on top of it, which was our No Excuses program, which included things like lunges and squats, weight training using stuff from around your house, sort of more strength training, because both of those ladies' goals was to increase their lean muscle mass. So that's how we did it. It was first and foremost DNA testing. While we waited, Eliminate, the first phase and the second phase. Started rebounding from the get-go, okay? Super scoop from the get-go. And then just tweaked their rebounding programs depending on how fit they were, and introduced the weight training right at the end. And of course, when we got those DNA results in, that's when I changed the eating plan to something that is very specific. But what is amazing is that both ladies did the Eliminate program and they got the DNA test back, and everything that they felt on the Eliminate program and what the science says with the DNA testing, it actually matched, which was so amazing. I know that Sinead didn't enjoy meat. She didn't enjoy dairy products and wheat. It made her bloat, and that is exactly what her DNA said. So instead of just giving them a DNA report saying, here you go, here's your result, I wanted them to feel for themselves how dairy made them feel, how sugar made them feel, how wheat made them feel, how meat made them feel. Because I wanted them to believe me when I gave their results to them. I wanted them to say, you're so right, Lisa. It's exactly how I felt when I had dairy, or that's exactly how I felt when I introduced red meat again. So it was important for me for them to feel that for themselves, not for me to just give them their results and say, here, eat this. I wanted them to really trust me on that. And that's why I love our methodology, and our whole program is tailored around uniqueness, each individual being very special. Let's give you something in the beginning that is more generic, like the Eliminate, but let's figure out how you feel, how different foods make you feel. That is very important, is that feeling part. But then the science must come, and it must overlay, and those must match, so that you will honestly believe me and change your life for good, knowing full well that this is how foods make you feel. And then the exercise side of it, you know, rebounding is good for everybody. It's good for the person that's suffering from MS, the person with a low autoimmune system, somebody who's trying to bounce back from having a baby, a complete beginner, somebody who's super fit at home and does other forms of exercise and wants to do something that's low impact on their sort of rest days or other days. So really it's an incredible form of exercise that really is good for everybody. So rebounding was a win, and then at the end, to boost lean muscle mass, we started increasing their weight training using a very cool at-home program called No Excuses. And that's what we did for the ladies, and we came out first and third. So here's to plant-based eating, here's to introducing more plants into our diets, taking the right supplements, having your DNA tested, rebounding. I'm a huge fan of the philosophy that we endorse and the flag that we fly, and I know it's unique, and I know that it works because we have had thousands of clients doing a similar program over the years. And I promise you, just because you're eating plants and you're rebounding and it's not huge big weights and eating lots of meat, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get results. Look what happened to us. 2 ladies with very different backgrounds, and they did so well, and we won Kopskuif. So I hope that a bunch of you who watched and feel motivated to follow suit can watch this video and hopefully make the call to invest in doing a DNA test, coming to see us, enrolling in some of our programs, and hopefully you can also be a winner in your life.